All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Now live translators. Hey, good morning here. Just pop it in real quick to give you guys a little information and a quick tutorial on how the translations are going to be done from now on. All right, most of you, actually all of you, should be familiar with GitHub. Now, the reason I'm moving away from GitHub is multifaceted. We had our completed in our drafts folder. Now, if you're a brand new person translating, okay, and we make a folder for you. For instance, let's take a look at the Indonesian folder ID. Okay, got all this crap up here, and you're looking at it like, do I translate that? All this stuff here, and see if that package name was changed, which errors out in the bot if I don't catch it. Then you have all this big wall of text, okay, and you've got constant call commands, and you've got where are they at? Here we go. A bunch of backslash n's, backslash t's are all over the place. You know, some are in the front, some are in the back. I've had a few people that actually got rid of the backslash t's, like right here in list help, and it caused formatting issues. It's no fault of their own. They most likely just didn't realize that that was a formatting mark. So in lieu of all this, I'm moving to something that I think is going to end up being a lot more beneficial, a lot more fluid, and a lot more productive for all the translators, both current and future. I'm moving translations over to a translation management software system called Zanata. Now, Zanata is an open source platform designed by Red Hat. If you guys know anything about Linux, you know Red Hat's a big Linux platform. All right. So if you go right here, zanata.org, zanata.org. All right. Read the front page here if you want. But you want to click this button right here where it says Go to App. You're going to need to make an account. Okay. Up here in the top right corner, sorry, you can read this if you want to. It's nothing crazy. It's mostly for people on my end who are putting projects together and whatnot. You're going to want to go here to the Sign Up button. And you can either create an account here with Zanata on Red Hat, or you can log in with your Yahoo or Fedora. Now, you might be able to log in. Yeah, if you just click login, you can also log in with your Google, which is pretty handy. So you really don't need to make an account whatsoever. That's totally up to you how you want to do it. You can also use your OpenID, which is something that Google's actually gone away from recently. So OpenID is not really being used on a very large scale anymore. But I already have my account, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in. First login, you're going to be like, whoa, you're going to have a dashboard similar to this. Okay. What you're going to want to do is go up here to your search bar, type in now live, and you should have one thing that pops up with a little clipboard that says now live. It's public translation matrix. So you're going to see the now live project. As you see, I've already done a little bit of translating. Well, not really translating, copying and pasting, so I can learn the ins and outs of this piece of software. So get here and you're like, all right, Egg, what the hell? What do I gotta do? Okay, all you have to do, super easy. Ready? See right here in the middle, it says master. That indicates it's the master language files. Click on master. Give it a second to load up. Okay. Now you're gonna see this. You're gonna see all these languages. Now I have all the languages enabled because this is open software. If anybody wants to come in here, some random person, and they want to translate now live into Sindhi, I don't even know where Sindhi is spoken at, but they can do it if they want to. If they want to add a Mexican Spanish dialect translation, they can do it. They don't need to know anything about the bot to understand. They just need to read the English strings and translate it over into their language. But I started on the check file because obviously it's the first one in the list alphabetically. So you're going to find your language here on the left. It's pretty simple. You've got Czech, scroll a little bit. You're going to have, I know we have an Estonian translation in the works, German, we've got Greek, we've got, where's it at? Italian. No, they're all there. Languages I didn't even know existed are in this list. So you click on your language. Now over here on the right, it's going to show you all the Czech documents for this project. In this case, it's just one file called language bundle.properties. It's going to show up the same as everybody else. Okay, no matter what language you pick, it's always going to show language bundle.properties because you're translating the same base file. All right, so you click right on there. And now here's where you do all the work. Give it a second, it takes a minute to load. On the left is the English. On the right, translate into. As you see, I've already copied and pasted over some of the stuff. I'm trying to copy and paste as much for the already pre-existing translations as possible. I don't feel that because I chose to make a change, you guys should have to work harder. So, I'm trying to do my part to help you guys in any way possible. Now you may have seen up here, this one has a warning. It's given a warning. If you click on the warning here, it's going to pop here and say target has fewer tabs, \T character, than the source. As you see in the Czech translation, it's actually missing this entire bottom sentence. Not in the translation at all that's currently live on the bot. So as you already see, this piece of software is already catching little nuances of things that are different going back and forth. So to fix that, just simply go in here, hit enter, and now here's the great part. Remember all those \N's and \T's and everything that you saw? Kind of see if you look close. I'm doing this in 1080, so it should be pretty easy to see. There's these little paragraph markers at the end of each line that indicates a new line. Now, when I go ahead and download the translation, those are going to be translated automatically into the \N's. And then you can see, maybe see here, the little right pointing arrow, that's a tab. So you won't have to deal with any more of the \T's. You just press the tab button. Tab, tab, tab. Back. Super easy. So then you come here, hit your tab. That's going to go away, but I mean, the string is still off. So you would type in, you know, blah, 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 whatever that is translated into in Czech. And that's it. As soon as you focus off of it, you will see it should pop up real quick in yellow. Go to a new string where it'll actually do it. All right, so here we have displays the link, the Discord link help. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy pasta here. Okay, that easy. Type it in, and now watch. You'll see it flash real quick. It'll be yellow, I believe. Yep, saved. And the green right here means that it's been translated. So it's relatively simple, you know, and it's going to keep things formatted nicely. And here it's even paginated down to 4 pages. Okay, now if you look up here in the top right corner, you're going to see a little menu. And this top one here, that number is going to go up. Every time you make an edit, all right, every time you make a translation, then focus off of it and it saves, it's going to tell you. Look at that. Row 39, that string ID. Everything has a string ID. If you click the little star here, it gives you a little bit of information about it. All right. You say it was saved. So you can clear that out if you want. No biggie. Just click on the little bell again to go away. Here's something else that's pretty cool. These yellow people over here. Oh, look, there's a chat room for the whole project. You can sit in here and you can chit chat with anybody else who might be translating, you know, BS. It's up to you. You have this little cog wheel, which is your options. Now, what I recommend setting in your options here is the third check mark. Make sure that is checked because that's gonna what shows you all these little formatting marks. Go ahead and check it. It'll look all weird and not have all the formatting marks, and you can get formatting incorrect. I recommend checking that. Give it a second because it's got to go through all the strings and enable it in every single one. There we go. All right, and you're gonna have navigation key button, next fuzzy, objective translated. Now see, if we start getting some people in here that are doing some random translations for us, obviously we're going to have a set dedicated language manager for each language. So everyone who is a current translator is a manager for their language. You guys, once you get set up in Zanata here, I will give you guys all the rights you need to approve or disapprove or whatever things on your language. Like I know we have 2 German translators, Caillou and Mitsuni. So if Mitsuni makes an edit and Caillou sees something that's not right on it, he can come back and be like, "Oh, that's a fuzzy translation," and mark it that way, or he can fix it if he wants to do it that way as well. I mean, it is what it is. You can change your page size. Like I have set the 50 strings per page. Just keep pagination down here kind of low. You can play with other settings here. You can have reference translations from all these different languages too if you want. Change your layout, compact default, which is kind of more spaced out, or loose, which is like really big and spaced out. I like mine compact, that's just me. And yeah, hit save. And validation options, there's really nothing in here you have to mess around with, because I have all the presets for the project set up. Look, it even told me I saved my user options. All right. Okay, down here. Something that I only pulled open just to show you guys in the video. If I go into here, say right here, I'm currently focused on this person isn't a Discord user. Try again. Okay, it's gonna have recommended translations based on other translations that people have done within the system, within Zanata. It's just like the diffs in GitHub. Red means it doesn't exist in the target translation. Green means it's something different. Or this means it's an exact match. If there's no color, it means it's an exact match, just not the punctuation. I mean, you can use it if you want. It's really up to you. You guys are the translators. Just showing you how to use it. So if you don't want to see it, you can just click this little blue arrow down here. Okay, now here, like say you do half the file one day and you want to come back and do the other half the next day. You don't have to come in here and scroll all the way down, go to page 2. You can just come in here and check the incomplete, and you can even do just untranslated, fuzzy, or rejected. I'm just going to click incomplete. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to hide all the ones that are complete. Eventually. Bada bing, bada boom, look at that. Now, the very first string it has for me is the first one I didn't translate yet. Pretty nifty, huh? There's a few more things I'll show you real quick before I cut the video out. This green bar up here in the top right, this is your progress bar. Show you how many words you've translated, how many messages you've translated, what's left to be translated, both words and messages. If you save anything as a draft, it'll show up in yellow, and then once things are approved, they'll show up in blue. So once I finish a file, after I copy your guys' stuff over, I will approve it, then we'll go from there. And now over here you have your estimate, 26% complete, and there's approximately 10.2 hours left if you were manually doing it. All right, document list. Okay, editors where we're at right now. Here's a search function. You can search project-wide, search and replace. Available keyboard shortcuts. You can play with those if you want to. Document list. Here's all the documents available under the Czech language within this in here. Now, what these actions here are, complete, I can come in here and be like, oh, I'm just going to download the properties file. And it's going to automatically bada bing, bada boom, pop right up just like that. Language model.properties, save it, open it, and you guys can't see it. This is why I'm not doing language bundles or property files direct anymore. See all the \u stuff? That's all Unicode stuff. Because property files are done in UTF-8 Unicode. However, they have to be encoded with the \u code in Java. So that is going to be very difficult for someone to read their naked eye. Plus, having to deal with all the Unicode codes is let the software do it itself. So I think that's just about it. Let's see here. You have your user settings. You always go back to your dashboard. Now there's groups also. If you feel so inclined that you want to join a group here and help other people translate, that's totally up to you. The way to do that would be here. Actually, go to languages. Join your language group. Pretty cool. Give it a second because it's parsing everything on Zanata. So, say for instance, let's see, if Sergey wanted to join the Russian team, there's 53 other translators on that. You would just click Russian and request to join. And you can join all these other Russian translators and help translate things all across Zanata. But hey, that's, like I said, it's totally up to you guys if you guys want to mess around with that. I'm not going to stop you. It's food for thought if that's something you guys are interested in doing. I know Corky just got accepted into Discord's crowd in to help translate Discord, which is freaking amazing. Congratulations on that. And yeah, that is pretty much going to end this tutorial. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I feel this is going to be pretty simple. That's where all the people on the project are going to be at too. When you guys join in, I'll play with your permissions and get y'all set up. But yeah, thanks for watching, and happy translating.